Alright, so my name is Josh Middleton, and this is Carly Hearn. We're talking about syphilis. Alright, what is syphilis? By definition, syphilis is a chronic bacterial disease that is contracted chiefly by infection during sexual intercourse, but also can genitally by infection of a developing fetus. Along with chlamydia, gonorrhea, and HPV, syphilis is among the most common STDs. Syphilis, however, is different from the others in that it has 4 different stages. These are labeled as primary, secondary, latent, and tertiary.
Stage 1 is primary. The first consists of mainly painless sores at the area of infection. This could be the mouth, anus, penis, or vagina. These are expected to heal after 3 to 6 weeks. With today's medicinal advances, this is easily cured, but it is still spreadable while you have it.
Alright, stage 2 is secondary. This stage consists of symptoms such as red or brown rash on the palms of hands or soles of feet, fever, headaches, patchy hair loss, sore throat, and fatigue. While these symptoms will go away if not treated, the infection will ultimately get worse.
Stage 3 is the latent. This stage is interesting in that the symptoms experienced in the previous stages aren't present anymore. However, the virus is still alive in your body. This is where syphilis begins to affect the more vital parts of your body. This includes the heart, brain, bones, and nerves, etc. This stage can last for 4 years. 4 years. Oh my goodness.
Alright, stage 4 is a tertiary. This stage is where the disease has begun to affect your vitals. This can be manifested as numbness, problems controlling muscles, vision issues, and dementia. In this stage, syphilis can ultimately lead to death.
Other types of syphilis. There are a couple other types of syphilis, and they are neurosyphilis and ocular syphilis. Neurosyphilis is infection of the central nervous system that can occur at any stage of syphilis. Symptoms usually include headaches and vision or hearing loss. Ocular syphilis is a product of the neurosyphilis that can affect nearly parts of the eye. Most of these cases involved HIV-infected men that had sex with other men.
Syphilis throughout history, while not proven, it is theorized that syphilis was brought to Europe by the crew of Christopher Columbus through the Columbian Exchange. The first European outbreak was recorded in 1495 by French troops in Naples, Italy. The disease spread throughout Europe. According to historians, syphilis was more lethal than it is today. It will kill in only a few months after contracting it.
Syphilis throughout history continued. Syphilis is reported to have killed as many as 5 million people during the outbreak. It was one of the major killers of the Renaissance period. The low immunity to this is one of the major players in why it has affected them as severely as it did.
Alright, treatments. In earlier times, mercury was burned and the steam was used to essentially help alleviate the disease, but this has some unpleasant side effects such as like teeth loss and gum disease. In 1943, penicillin was introduced as a treatment for syphilis.
Tuskegee syphilis group. Hundreds of black men with syphilis were asked to be examined and treated. However, they weren't given all the facts, and once penicillin became known as the cure, the men didn't receive the treatment. The study was only supposed to last for 6 months, but lasted for 40 years. They were never given a choice to quit the study.
Yeah, so they were promised, medical exams and free burial insurance, but they weren't really told exactly what was going on. That wasn't studied. They just thought they were going to get examined and treated, but a lot of them were never actually treated for this. So some known figures of syphilis are Charles VIII, Christopher Columbus, and Benito Mussolini. Benito Mussolini was the dictator in Italy for many years. They've all been alleged to have had syphilis, and known gangster Al Capone contracted it as a young man and it slowly overtook him. At the time of his death, his mind had been deteriorated to that of a 12-year-old.
This is what syphilis looks like. This is just 3 of the stages. The first stage is the first sign with the sore, and then the second stage is the rash, and then it affects your internal excited.